on the blue turf. Welcome to the U Drove Humanitarian Bowl in Boise, Idaho, part of ESPN's presentation of Capital One Bowl Week. The Battle of the Dogs, the Huskies of Northern Illinois taking on the Bulldogs from Fresno State, Bronco Stadium in Boise, Idaho. I'm Carter Blackburn with Oregon's winningest head football coach Mike Bellotti and former All Pac-10 quarterback at the University of Washington, Brock Huard. Tom Matukowicz is the interim head coach for Northern Illinois. Head coach Jerry Kill accepting the job offer at the University of Minnesota. It has been an eventful 2 weeks for Northern Illinois. The question is, how do the Huskies deal with a disappointing loss in a MAC championship game and a shakeup in the coaching staff?
You know, I think despite that adversity, they're genuinely happy to be here. Coach Matukowicz is like a kid in a candy store. He wants this so bad. He's head coach for a day, and he's going to make the most of it.
First and 10 for Northern Illinois out of the MAC, losing the MAC championship game on December 3rd, so just over 2 weeks ago, to Miami in heartbreaking fashion. Come from behind win for Miami. Harnish on the roll, throwing on first down, completing to the 45. It's Nathan Palmer who makes the grab.
They talked about
on first and 10. Harnish from the shotgun, play fake. Now he's going to pump, he's going to look long. Intended for Moore, who holds it in inside the 15. Martell Moore, the sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, hauls it down at the 12. 39-yard pass play. Martell Moore hauls it in. Spann gets the handoff on first down, picking his way inside the 10 after the initial contact. He picks up about 4 before Sean Plummer makes the stop.
Chad Spann, they talk about he's so tough to tackle because he protects his body. You can see he takes it on with his shoulder pads, doesn't allow him to get to his legs, and breaks a couple tackles. Did not gain a lot of yardage, but got positive.
Empty backfield, 5 wide for Northern Illinois on second down. Inside the 10. On his pumps, he's going to keep it himself and walk in for a Northern Illinois touchdown.
7-yard run.
The board. That's Victor E. Husky. Fresno State's mascot is Victor E. Bulldog. Now Brock asked the question, who's Victor? But Victor E. These teams excellent in special teams, but advantage Fresno State right now. A 55-yard kickoff return. Colburn swings it in the front. Evans is wrapped and dropped by Patrick George. It's second down and 13 for Fresno State in the all-red on the blue turf. Burst from the Wildcat for a loss. Tom Matukowicz, the interim head coach for Northern Illinois, says, bah humbug, all these people who say there's too many bowl games. He loved bringing his team to Boise, guys from all over the country. He said, you got big offensive linemen from Florida sledding down a hill in Boise, Idaho. Love it. They said it's been a real blessing to spend this week in Boise, Idaho. Effusive in his praise of this town. Colburn is going to be pressured by Kaufman, slips away again, but there the tenacious Jake Kaufman ends up getting the sack.
Well, we're going to have effusive praise, I think, a lot today from Jake Kaufman. We've seen it in the run game, and that time just relentless, and that epitomizes his game. As I said earlier, 26-year-old ex-Marine, 2 tours in the Middle East, loves to play and wants to finish this thing outright as a redshirt senior.
Jake Kaufman said, we love playing football, we love one another. Let's get the job done in Boise. Boise State Broncos and the Humanitarian Bowl, the U Drove Humanitarian Bowl, as Chad Spann breaks his first big run of the day on the first play of the second quarter. The MAC Offensive Player of the Year. On second down, it's Harnish on a draw. With blue turf in front of him, the second rushing touchdown of the season, of the game rather, for Chandler Harnish to give Northern Illinois the lead.
And right now, NIU is taking advantage of the pass rush of Fresno State. Obvious pass situation, shows the pass set by the offensive line, and there's nobody there. They're running up the field, letting the quarterback go.
And the Huskies have a 13-7 lead on the Bulldogs.
We are young! We are young! And you're never gonna chase us down!
turnovers again. Nice grab by A.J. Ellis out of the backfield, but the Huskies rally to the football, forcing third down. Colburn looks that way again. Denied, so he slips away from the pressure. Dropped well short by Tyrone Clark and Devon Butler.
And a lot of players on the NIU sideline welcoming their players off the field.
Harness to throw on 2nd and 9. Moore wide open. Makes the defender miss to pick up a first down. Isaiah Green in coverage. Slipped just a little bit on the chilly blue turf here in Boise. Out of the 22 personnel. Colburn wants to throw, but he's going to take a sack. Remember, Colburn is perfect passing on third down. Looks to throw again. Now flushed out of the pocket. Colburn will be dropped from behind as Kaufman forces the fumble. Screaming in from Colburn's blind side. It's fumbled out of bounds. Fresno State keeps it, but a tremendous effort from Jake Kaufman.
Well, we highlighted him as an impact player, and that's an impossible job for Robbie Rouse. With one hand to try to block their most productive D-end, and that's relentlessness.
Welcome back to Boise, Idaho, the 2010 U-Drove Humanitarian Bowl. It's Northern Illinois leading Fresno State 16-10. Tom Matukowicz, the interim head coach today in the bowl game for Northern Illinois. Dave Doran is the next head coach for the Northern Illinois Huskies. He joins us on the phone now. And Coach Doran, Madison, Wisconsin, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
So let me know if I've missed any stops here. But Shawnee Mission Northwest High School, your alma mater Drake, USC, Montana, Kansas, Wisconsin, all as an assistant. What is it like now to be the head coach of a football bowl subdivision team?
Well, it's a dream come true. You know, it's been 16 years coming, and a few stops along the way that you mentioned, and started out the high school level, worked my way up, and I'm very proud to be a Husky and watching these guys play the way they are right now.
What are you feeling right now as you're at home watching the team that you will lead here shortly?
Very proud. It is surreal, you know, because I was in the office all day today watching TCU tape and then get to come home and watch this. So it's a fun day, no doubt.
Coach, do you have your staff lined up for next year? Where are you with that?
I do have several of the guys locked in. Unfortunately, I can't announce them until this game's over. We're working through that with media, but I do have several of the guys, and they're excited. I'm getting text messages here left and right about certain players that they're going to coach. It's been fun.
What's standing out to you here in this first half with your soon-to-be team?
Well, they're playing smart. You know, they're not beating themselves. They're playing hard. The quarterback, obviously, Harness has made some great plays on his feet, and it was fun watching Martell Moore there earlier jump up and get one. But I would say I love watching their defensive guys fly around, particularly Jake Kaufman. I wish I had him back.
Well, Coach Doran, you are the new Northern Illinois head coach. You were also the defensive coordinator for the Wisconsin Badgers, getting ready for the Rose Bowl against TCU. How do you play both roles between now and the Rose Bowl?
Well, you know, being a coach, time management's one of the most important things in your job, and it's just a matter of shifting priorities. I would have been out recruiting for Wisconsin this week, and instead of doing that, you know, I'm just balancing my time between TCU and my role here with NIU.
Well, speaking of recruiting, how's that going? How's the reception out there for you?
It's been great. You know, I've gotten a lot of phone calls from high school coaches and, you know, the kids that were committed, getting in touch with them and introducing myself to them and their families. And I haven't hit the road yet for these guys, but everybody I've talked to has been receptive on the phone.
Well, Coach, thanks for joining us on the phone. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
Best of luck.
Dave Doran, the new head coach for Northern Illinois and the defensive coordinator for the Wisconsin Badgers. Pressure coming from the Bulldogs. Harnish releases, completes on the outside. It's Martell Moore again. Moore dragged down near the 25.
Well, I really like this guy. We've seen a number of plays, and he is just a true sophomore outside.
Play fake. Got him for the touchdown. It's Kyle Skorb, the fullback, with his second touchdown grab of the year. 2 rushing touchdowns for Chandler Harnish today, and now 1 through the air.
Great job. Again, they double motioned their guy and got him up in the seat. They lost him in cover.
Snap down. Gessling's 43-yard kick is no good.
And that's tough because Gessling has been money this year. He's a great kicker and very accurate.
Northern Illinois takes a 13-point edge to halftime against Fresno State here in Boise, Idaho, the 2010 U-Drove Humanitarian Bowl. Tom Matukowicz, the interim head coach for Northern Illinois, had 3 goals for his team. It was celebrate the season, get a school record 11th win, and have fun with the bowl experience here in Boise. I think they are well on their way to accomplishing all 3.
They are, and they're having a chalk talk right now on the sideline, not in the locker room, but right there, talking about what you feel right now, but you got to keep it going. This is only halfway through. You get a chance to talk to him here, Coach, here very quickly.
Tom Matukowicz, who was the linebackers coach before Jerry Kill took the Minnesota head coaching job, both coordinators with him. So Matukowicz, the head coach for a day. He will stay in Northern Illinois as part of the new staff under Dave Doran. Let's check in with Shelly Smith.
All right, Ice the kicker worked. How did you think that was going to play out?
Well, we had a last-second field goal block where we sub a lot of people out. So we act like we're just going, and then the last time out we subbed everybody out and went all in. Worked out for us.
How's it been this first half being a head coach? So far, so good, huh?
I'll tell you what, the other thing about those straight timeouts, if I can make this thing last longer, I'm going to do it now. I don't know if I'll ever get my opportunity, but I'm having a good time.
All right, and why is your quarterback? I know he's a great rusher, but why has he been so effective against this defense?
He's got balance. I mean, that's the thing. Which do you stop? I mean, he can run it. He can throw it. We got good receivers, and right now he's kind of taking what they're giving us.
Great. Thanks so much.
Undefeated in halftime interviews, walking off the field, Tom Matukowicz. His team up 13. Now we send you to the studio for the Cars.com halftime report. Chris Fowler.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just witnessed sports history being made. This is the most spectacular bowl week ever, and you've witnessed it here first on ESPN. Over to you, Bob. I am the champion. Okay. I am the champion. Did it just get serious in lights, cameras, action? I think it did. Whenever I play.
Colburn passing on second down, incomplete. Chris Smith, the first team All-MAC cornerback, comes up to disrupt the play. On 3rd and 5, a Harnish looking long. What a play to come back to the football by Willie Clark. Manages to haul it down at the 36. Northern Illinois' first possession of the second half. 1st and 10, pump fake. Harnish comes back the other way. Caught out of the backfield. It's Jason Shepler, the tight end, making just his 8th catch of the season. 23 prior to the 21-yard run. Give it to him again. Rouse tries the stiff arm. Colburn on 3rd down. Pressured. He fumbles the football. Northern Illinois appears to recover. A red zone turnover for a Fresno State team, making them minus 11 on the year in the turnover margin. Butler forces the strip.
The 4-down territory question becomes academic, obviously. And this is what I talked about. When you go up through the pocket, you know as a quarterback, you got to protect that ball. You got to feel the pressure from the side. Peripheral vision didn't happen that time.